Good evening.
Good evening.
Or howdy. If you realized we're living in a time where everybody's broke, everybody's hugely in debt, even countries have lots and lots of debt. And this reminds me of a quote of my favorite cowboy. And the quote goes like this: we cannot help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. We cannot help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. I like this quote, and it's been said by Ronald Reagan at the time when he was President of the United States. And what he meant was that Social Security cannot take care of everything and of everybody. Of course, money is limited, and so he says our means are not cannot be expanded as much as we might want to. So, but I would like to have a look at this topic of Social Security, the state, and under a different viewpoint. Not only to say or to ask the question how much can we afford, but also are there alternatives? And that's why I would like to compare Social Security provided by the government compared to civic involvement or civic action by citizens. And I would like to do this from three perspectives. The first is from those who give, the second is from those who receive, and the third is my personal experience that I've had in recent years. Let's start with the persons who give. I mean, everybody in our country, and I'm sure in many other countries as well, don't get the full amount of money that their employers pay to them, but there's some deductions for tax and also for Social Security. And in Germany, I've looked up the statistics, and it's at the moment we have 54% of the federal budget that Germany as a state spends goes into Social Security. 54%. Do you think that's much? I think it's quite a high number. And at the same time, people say it's not a very compassionate society. People say, well, it's different. It's difficult, and the country government could do more. Now let's have a look at those who give. Imagine yourself. If each month you get a pay slip, you say how much you earned and how much you get really into your wallet. How do people feel when they see their pay slip and what they really get? Most people that I know, well, do they think, well, I have done a good thing this month. I'm a good human being. I have contributed to society with my taxes and my contributions to Social Security. How many people think that way? I think not so many. And I think one of the reasons is that it's so anonymous. You don't see who your money is going to, so it's anonymous. On the other hand, people who receive money. Now, before we go into people who receive, let's imagine your neighbor has a problem. He lost his job, doesn't earn any money for the moment, for the time being, and you give him some money in order to help him to pay his rent. How does that feel for you? Does it feel different? For me, it would feel different if I give something to perhaps a friend or to my neighbor, say, well, next month, perhaps you have a new job, but this month is difficult for you. For me, it's a completely different feeling than seeing how much I have to pay, because this is voluntarily given. Now let's have a look at those who receive. Those who receive, when they get it from a person, from another human being, normally they feel the compassion that's in the action of giving, of contributing, of sharing, when it's from one human being to another. When you get your money from the government, it's quite different, I think. Many people don't feel this compassion. but they rather feel, well, I'm living off other people's money, but I don't know them, and I don't know if they really care about me. Probably they don't. I don't know them. Now let's imagine I have lost my job. I get money from my neighbors and they say, hey, you're going to make it. I know you're going to make it and I trust in you, and if you have your own job, you can give me the money back. In this situation, I would feel extremely motivated to do it and to pay it back and to prove that I was worth the trust that he put into me. So it's a different feeling. Receiving money from someone who gives voluntarily or getting money from the government. I think it's a huge difference. So the question for me is, what can we do, each one of us in our personal lives, to help people in our environment, in our families, in our circles and friendship circles, and in our neighborhoods? Well, I have tried, a bit more than a year ago, I have tried to contribute something. I have joined an organization which is quite well known in the United States, but not so much well known here. It's called Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And it's something where an adult person teams up with the youth, with the child, or with the young guy or young girl, and tries to help them get along and to teach them something while, well, doing some activities together. And this is something I enjoy so much. I'm meeting this guy, his name is Christian, he's 13 years old, and we're meeting every second weekend, and we're doing something together. His father doesn't live with a family, so he only has his mother to take care of him. And I can feel how much he enjoys having, well, an adult, a man who he can talk to and who appreciates him. And so this is something I can feel his joy, and it also makes me proud, and it makes me happy to see that he's happy. So my personal experience is, it's not always about the money, and it's of course not about the money we are obliged to give, but it's about what we are willing to give voluntarily and what we like to contribute. And what I would like to recommend to you, to ask you, is to have a look at your surroundings, the people you see every day, or perhaps only once in a while, to have a look and to ask yourself, who of them is in trouble right now? Who of them could use a helping hand or some nice words to help him? And I think if we all do this, if we have a look at each other and care for each other, we can achieve a lot more than just to say, well, government should do more. Thank you very much.